Here's a video on one of the least glamorous parts of being a pilot, but a very necessary part of operating corporate aircraft is sometimes changing out the lavatory. So I've already pulled the tank out of this lavatory and had it serviced and basically emptied out the contents, and the line department here has refilled the tank with the blue juice. In a Citation V or Ultra, tonight I'm flying a Citation Ultra, you have to put in 2 liters, I believe it is, of the blue fluid for flushing. That's contained in the tank. And first I'll show you a quick overview of how the system is laid out, and then I'll show you how to install the tank after servicing. And basically, pulling the tank is just the opposite of installing the tank. So if you can install it, you can definitely remove it. So the tank fits under the lav seat here in the very back of the aircraft. And the way the lav works is we can lift up the seat here with the cushion and the belt, and there's a bowl that has a hole in the bottom of it and a flush button at the very back. So when this tank slides into place, this whole receptacle here is currently closed with a plastic valve, but we're going to open that up once it's all lined up with the hole in the bowl, and that will allow the toilet to be flushed into it. This is a shot of the compartment under the toilet. That you can see the hose kind of running to the pump, and also this bracket that the tank rails slide into. So we've got to get these rails slid into this mounting bracket, and that will hold the tank here flush and tight against the bowl. Okay, this is a clip now of the tank slid onto the rails. Everything is still closed up, but I'm about ready to slide it all the way onto the rails and connect this hose right here. We got to get this hose connected before we slide everything all the way in. What I find easiest to connect this hose here is by taking one hand and taking this ring, holding on to this part of the hose with one hand, and holding on to this ring with the other hand, and actually pulling this ring upwards on the hose. What that does is that opens the connection, and while I'm holding that ring up, I slide everything down onto that connector and it locks into place. So I can't really show you that. Well, I don't have 3 hands here when I'm making this video, but that is the easiest way to get this connection on, rather than just trying to jam it on or force it on. It's to hold that ring up and slide it on that way. Now we have the hose connected tightly. The seal looks good, and we're going to slide this whole assembly into the compartment. Now that the whole assembly is slid in, we're going to lock it in place with a clip on either side of that mounting bracket. This is a shot of the clips in the released position. Now notice that the clips are outward and in the locked position, so they're running parallel to the fuselage of the aircraft. Now this is a shot of the toilet with the knife valve closed. This is a huge no-no to leave the aircraft this way. Don't ever leave the aircraft with the knife valve closed, because what happens is, if the toilet is flushed and that valve is closed, all the fluid and the waste and everything is just going to sit in the bowl, and it's going to leak out around that seal into the compartment there outside of the receptacle, and it's going to create a huge mess. You don't want to do that. You don't want to leave it for the next pilot. If you're pre-flighting an airplane, make sure this knife valve is open. I can't emphasize that enough. We're going to open that knife valve up and flush the toilet to make sure everything is working correctly. To open the knife valve, we're going to pull out on this silver handle, pull it towards the opening of the compartment. This is currently in the closed position, meaning that you should not flush the toilet with the knife valve in this position. And now I've opened the knife valve. This is the silver handle pulled outwards towards the compartment opening. This opens the knife valve, which shows that the bowl is ready to be used. The final check that you do before walking away is you have to turn the battery master on, which I have. It's currently on in this aircraft. And you push the press to flush button and make sure it flushes normally. So we have fluid that should cycle through and go down. There we go. That's what it should look like. So by flushing it every time you change out the lav, you are ensuring that you don't accidentally leave a knife valve closed, or that the hose isn't hooked up correctly, or you know, just that there's some other problem with the lav. Make sure that you actually do a flush test after every servicing, so that you're not letting the next person create a mess. There you go. That's how to change a lav in a Citation Ultra. This would also apply to the Citation V and the Citation Encore. The Citation II is actually quite a bit different. There's kind of a whole different lav system in the Citation II, but this is great for the Citation V, Ultra, and Encore. They all use the same system.